part 2 of my 50 Shades of Grey review. Yesterday I got all the way to chapter 8, I believe. I'm still on chapter 13. I haven't started back reading the book, but I am going to tell you a little bit more what's going on. Okay, Christian Grey, he invites Anastasia to his Seattle home, but the only way he'll take her there is in his helicopter. So they meet up, or she's determined to drive her car in case she has to make a getaway, but that's only to the hotel where he's staying. So she meets him there at 8. They talk a little bit, then they take the elevator all the way to the top of the hotel where his helicopter sits. So they board the helicopter. She's never been in a helicopter, so he tell her, he say, don't be nervous, your life is in my hands, just think of it that way. So that was like a catch-22. First of all, she don't know much about Christian. She only know the little that she learned, and a little bit more that Kate told her, but she never knew he flew his own helicopter. She thought he had a pilot, but now she know he flies his own helicopter. She aborts, or gets on the airplane, or gets on the helicopter, and he reaches over to buckle her up properly. And as he's doing this, she's smelling him and taking in his warm breath, and she's getting excited. Mind you, that she don't believe this is happening to her, because guys she dated never did stuff like this. Again, he's a billionaire, so she have to think of it that way. He can do basically anything he wants to do. Okay, so he bucked her up and he asked her, are you comfortable? And he said, here, put the headphones on. So you have to put the headphones on. So she put the headphones on, and he started whispering like sexy words in her ear and saying nice things to her, and then he's holding her hand at the same time. So they get up in the air. It's really dark. By the time they get up in the air, it's dark. And she's like, how can you maneuver a plane, helicopter in the dark? And he said, oh, I'm used to this. I've been doing this for a while. And I'm used to reading radar. So whatever the radar tells, whatever he sees on the radar is clearing that he can basically fly in any direction he wants. So the trip lasts about an hour, if not a little bit over an hour. So they get there, and she's getting nervous because she never seen anybody land the helicopter before. So they land the helicopter, and she's like, a relief, oxygen, and he doing the same thing, and she's like, why are you acting like this is the first time you landed your helicopter? And he's just like, no, I'm just joking with you. So they got out of the helicopter, and then they walk onto the platform, down a few steps to go to the password protected elevator. So he put his code in, and they get on the elevator, and as they're on the elevator, he's really holding her really tight, like he holding her hand tight, and he's grasping her like he don't want to let her go, basically. So they make it to his suite, which is the top of whatever hotel or wherever he stays, condo he stays in. Okay, so they make it there, and he asks her, has she eaten anything? And she like, no, I just left work. No, I didn't eat anything. So he made her up something. He had that tea. He remembered the tea that she liked. So he had the tea. So he prepared her some tea. Okay. So he goes on to talk about the contract. He asked her, is she really ready to get into what he likes? And she's like, I don't know. Minding, Anastasia is only 21. She seemed mature for her age. She graduated college early. Like, she did her 4 years or whatever. And she just seemed a lot older. As he talked about the contract, he asked her what are her favorite positions, what does she like, and she like, what do you mean favorite position? She had no idea what he's talking about, because the only thing she's been, as far as been with a man, was kissing. She never had sex. So he goes on this irate tantrum. He's like mumbling to himself and yelling at himself because he never knew that she was a virgin. So he goes to leave the room to clear his mind about being surprised that she's a virgin. And he comes, he grabs her hand, and he say, come on, we're finna go. And she's like, go where? He say, to my bedroom. And she like, huh? Wait a minute. We don't we don't talk, we don't discuss anything, or how we gonna do this or nothing. And he said, no, tonight, Anastasia, I'm gonna make love to you. So it happened, and she was basically, I don't know, it's basically like she knew what she was doing, but then she was so surprised because he was so gentle and nice, and he was romantic, and minding, he never had slept with any woman in his bedroom. He never liked the woman touching him. He's like, what do you call those people? He likes to be in control. She always called him a control freak. He liked to be the dominant one. He like his women submissive. So when he was talking to Anastasia about the contract, he was asking her, would you submit to me? And she was like, well, I don't know. But she's still thinking about it. After they had sex, they came out again, ate something, and then they took a bath together. Then he bathed her. Somehow he bathed her, because I guess, yeah, he did. He bathed her because she was sitting in the tub and he was behind her. So they were like getting it on in the bathroom. And she had never gave a guy oral sex. So when she did do it, he was like, his mind was like blown, because he asked her, say, you don't have a gag reflex? And she's like, I never knew that I had one. Had one, I didn't have one. So he's like head over heels for Anastasia now. So they leave the bathroom after the oral sex incident. He take her back to the bedroom again, and she noticed that that she just feel different with him than like any other guy that actually tried to have sex with her and didn't have sex with her. She feel more comfortable, more relaxed, and so they go at it again. And morning comes, and Kristen's mother comes knocking at the door. She said, he never sleeps in this late. Where is my son? Where is my son? He has a I guess like a orderly person that is, he always there, but you don't see him. He only there when Kristen need him, like for driving the car or for running errands or something like that. So he was like, he's indisposed, Miss Gray. You have to wait. He has company. He has company? She was yelling in the background. He's never alone. Or he's always alone. He's never had company. Tell my son to get out here immediately. So he scrabbled up. He don't have no drawers on. He just put his jeans on, put his shirt on. Tell Anastasia girl anything out of his closet to put on, but she got to come out and meet his mother. Mind it, no women he's messed with ever met his mother. His mother even thought he was gay. So she assumed like he never was a woman, so he must be. So he get out there and talk to his mother, tell her to calm down. Mom, I had company tonight and I was just sleeping in late. He's a billionaire. He can go into work when he feel like it. But he has that, like, I guess, like, stern mother the same way as he is, like to be in control. So she say, bring her out here. I want to meet her. So Anastasia, she's scrambling up, trying to put her clothes on, or trying to put clothes she got. Like his boxes out of his drawer, and she put on. She got his shirt, and she put on the pair of his jeans. So she went out to meet his mother, and she introduced herself. I can't remember her name, but she introduced her whole name to Anastasia. But she said, call her by her first name, basically. Christian don't like nobody calling him by his first name. He think he's special. So she said my mother-in-law name was Miss Gray, but called me by my first name. So Anastasia introduced herself, and she was polite, and the mother didn't stay there long, but the little time she did stay there, Anastasia was amazed by how Christian act while his mother is around. So his mother left, and he got up, they showered again, and he got ready to take Anastasia. First they ate breakfast. And he has a pet peeve about food. So he ordered basically everything that they had for breakfast because he didn't know what she liked. But he told her, he said, anything you put on your plate, you have to eat it all, because I hate wasting food. And she was like, so what about all the rest of this food? What are you going to do with that? I only ordered all this food because I didn't know what you like. So he always getting on her about eating. She's like, when she in front of him, she get like nervous or timid. She don't want to. She just want to sit there and listen. But she managed to eat all of the, I think she had pancakes, eggs, and bacon. And she ate all of it. So, they had breakfast. And he said, come on, get ready. I'm going to drive you back home. So, he didn't fly her back to the house. They actually drove in the car. His truck, some kind of truck he got. And the story goes on that they get to the apartment. Kate is like going crazy because Anastasia didn't answer her phone call the whole night. And Jose's been still calling, still trying to apologize, still trying to meet for coffee, still trying to regain Anastasia's friendship back. But Anastasia is not hearing nothing Jose has to say. So Anastasia gets to the house. He get out of the car, open her side of the car door, and he grab her, and then he kissed her, and then he said her he wants to see her Wednesday. Okay. When she gets in the house or the apartment, there's a package waiting for her. She has to sign for it. There's a delivery guy. He won't leave until Anastasia signs for it. And back when she was at Kristen in Seattle, she told him she didn't have a computer. So that's what the gift was. Another gift. I forgot to mention earlier, the first gift he ever sent her was some $14,000 books. And then now this is the second gift, which is a Mac 2011 Mac book. and it has everything, big screen. It has all this different software, and the guy that set it up, he had told her how to set up her what do you call it? I think MSN account. Something dealing with MSN and Mac. So he had her set that up, and she was like, what am I gonna do with this? And it had a note saying, this is what you do your research on our contract that you're signing. So she don't even want to touch it. The guy's standing there. She just says, show me the on and off switch. I'll learn the rest of it as I go. So he showed her everything, and he leaves. And here come Kate with her nose in the kitchen talking about, who sent this? Where did this come from? This is just a loaner. This is Anastasia's talk. This is just a loaner from Christian. Since I don't have my own computer, he decides to send me a loaner, which is not a loaner. Everybody knows it's not a loaner. It's actually a gift. Another gift. So she finally get the courage to open it up and look at it, and she got an email from Christian saying this is for research on our contract. So he repeats it again, and they going back and forth, and she calling him, she put in the subtitle, control freak, and she said, yes, this is a loaner, right? And then he replied back, yes, Miss Anastasia or Miss Steele, this is a loaner. So they go back and forth, and she just like, slams the computer closed after his last remark. Mind it, in the subject bar, they're saying like different things. Like they're saying, she's saying control freak, or he's saying misbehaving, Miss Steele, or it's just different things. They like pet peeve stuff. So she closed the laptop, going to help Kate pack so they can move to Seattle and be moved that before Friday. They wanted to move. So Kate is so excited. She is so excited that Anastasia lost her virginity. She's excited that Anastasia finally liked with a guy and with somebody she liked, but she really hesitant about Christian. She really think there's something else going on with Christian, what is true. So Anastasia pulls out this long contract. I mean, the contract is like 10 pages long. It goes over being monogamous, being submissive to Christian Grey, giving him complete control over your body, giving him the permission to buy item for clothing. Like if she has to go to a special event or something with him, she'll have clothing. It gives him permission to call her, email her, for her to maintain a hygiene, meaning her whole body has to be shaved, and she has to be pedicured and manicured. It's just a whole lot of different stuff. And then it also talks about how they must be monogamous. She must inform him on any of doctor's appointments. She must take a birth control. She must exercise at least 4 times a week to maintain her strength. She must eat proper diet that he gives to her, the list of foods that she can eat. She cannot snack. She has to maintain her muscle and strength. Anything that they do, it won't leave any infraction on the skin or any bruising or any it's not like humiliation. So she's reading through this contract and like Is he out of his mind? I'm only gonna work out. I'll work out 3 times a week, an hour a day. I'll eat whatever I want. I'll wear whatever I want. But there's a clause in there because it's like the clothes that he buys, she wear when she with him, but she can also have her own clothes anywhere else she want to go. So that's how that works. What else? You can't touch Christian Grey. Christian Grey don't like to be touched. What else? I think that's pretty much. Oh, the contract is pretty long. I will read it, but that's just too much. Once you get the book, you'll see the actual physical contract from top to bottom. So she haven't signed it yet, but she's doing research on the internet for a submissive, dominatrix, dominant, all of that. So he sends her an email. And he say, I'm waiting on your response, Miss Steele. Are you reading the contract? And she said, yes, I'm doing my homework, Mr. Gray. Yes, I'm doing my homework, Mr. Gray. Can you leave me alone? So she gets to a point where she's gotten frustrated about the contract. So she like, I'm going to bed. And then before she goes to bed, she just closes the laptop and then she goes to bed. This is the next morning. So she get back up, still packing, still reading the contract, still going over questions to ask Christian about the contract. So she got to another point where she just through with it, frustrated, say, I'm done. This is like too much. I'm one person. He can get multiple women. I don't want to be number 17 or number 15 that he's dealt with, because he's already dealt with 14 women with this contract. So she's like, I don't want to be number 15. I want to be in a relationship. I want somebody that's actually going to be with me, not just for the physical, but for more. Okay, so she gets frustrated. She types him an email saying, the contract is voided. I'm not signing it. I don't want to see you anymore. Goodbye, Christian. So when she did that, there was no response. 15 to 20 minutes later, there's a knock at the door. She don't hear it, but Kate answers the door. And guess who it is? Christian Grey. So he comes in Anastasia's room. He don't knock or nothing. He just come in and say, oh, so this is what you do. So he watching her put away the stuff. So this is what you do when you're not around me. And this is how you talk to me when you're not around me. So you really done with me? So he comes in, he closes Anastasia's bedroom door, and he tell her stand up, and she stand up, and then he pushes her on the bed, and he take the tie that he tied her with before and tie it around her wrist, and her wrist is like over her head, her hand are like over her head, so she can't get undone. And this time he tied it really tight. And he take advantage, and he do his he pull up, take his whatever and do whatever. He actually flipped her over on her belly, and then they had sex again. And she was just like, her mind was just like blown again. She's like saying out loud, how can you just come like a thief in the night or a thief in the day and just take sex and leave and not expect me to feel anything from it? He was like, look over the contract, Miss Gray. Either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. And she like, well, I guess I can give it some thought, but I'm gonna email you with the questions I have. So he give her a kiss on the forehead, and then he leaves. So she continues to read the contract, and then she have questions for him. By this time, I think this is where I'm at. I'm stopped at this point where she's back reading the contract, and she's sending him questions. So I'm on chapter 13. I'm still not done with the book, so I hope you enjoy my commentary of the book. I'm happen to like the book. I will be reading 50 Shades of Darkness, which is next. And I'm not sure the last book, but I'll be reading that afterward. Gray, he's something else. Me personally, if I was Anastasia, I would sign the contract. I'm gonna tell you that because I think I need fun. I need to know what fun is, and I don't mind the bondage, and I always wanted to do that, so that's not nothing scary to me. I think I have an adventurous mind. I think I have I'm just not really spontaneous with anybody, you know. I just want that one person that I can do stuff like that with. Like, I would enjoy bondage. I would enjoy filling out fantasies, all of that. I think that is a wonderful thing when you're sexually active and you're having fun. That's what sex really is, fun. It's not supposed to be no mechanical or I gotta do this, because it's supposed to be fun. So yeah, I will sign the contract. How many of you all will sign the contract? If you wouldn't sign the contract, would you do some of the things that are in the contract? Post below, comment, subscribe, whatever. Thank you for watching, and you have a great Monday.